Tesla made a name for itself by going giga, taking over a big plant GM and Toyota used to run and constructing a battery factory so big, referring to it as just a factory wouldn't do. ARVL, a British electric vehicle startup that went public a year ago, is placing its manufacturing bet on micro. It's constructing small plants in South Carolina and Bicester, a couple hours drive northwest of London, where it's headquartered. Let's take a look.
This is our R&D factory. Right now we're at a really crucial time because we are building our final stage prototypes for our first two products, the ARVL van that you can see just here and the ARVL bus just over there that we'll go and have a look at.
ARVL's founder reckons the right approach to building electric vans and buses will be near the city centers that use them in microfactories that can be profitable at volumes in the thousands instead of hundreds of thousands. It's planning to build these EVs in a modular, almost Lego-like manner with extensive use of autonomous robots to bring down costs.
These are the creatures that we are creating to handle the logistics, anything that moves on the shop floor of our microfactory. The overall concept of the microfactory is based on breaking the serial flow of the conveyor belt, which is the model that we've been using for hundreds of years now.
Using lightweight composite materials for van and bus body panels means ARVL won't have to invest in expensive metal stamping or welding facilities or paint shops.
So thermoplastics on their own are great, but actually they don't have the stiffness and strength of metal. And so that's where the composite part came in. So we started mixing reinforcing fibres in with the thermoplastics in a way that enhances their properties, gives us that additional stiffness and strength that we need.
ARVL is one of dozens of companies in and around the EV space that have merged in the last couple years with special purpose acquisition companies, or SPACs, to raise money from investors and list shares in the process. When ARVL announced its plan to go public in November 2020, it had a who's who list of existing investors, including UPS, which had committed earlier that year to purchasing 10,000 electric vans. ARVL predicted its first product would be in production by the end of 2021. On its first day as a public company, ARVL was worth $13.5 billion. That was as valuable as it's ever been. There wasn't an immediate crash, but the stock really started to go down in November of last year. That's when ARVL warned it will build fewer vehicles than planned when production starts in 2022. Spending on tooling, logistics, and raw materials will be higher than initially envisioned. All of this means winning investor confidence back will rest on the shoulders of people like Tom Elvidge.
I won't steal Frank's thunder too much by talking about the bus, but
a little preview.
A little sneak preview, yeah. You know, in a very similar way to ride-hail operators, they've got also a very bold aspiration to go fully EV by 2035. That equates to over 350 buses per year that need to be upgraded.
The partners ARVL has been working with on its bus include First Group, which operates across the UK and Ireland. The plan is to put buses into public road trials early this year, operating on real routes. There's something about a bus horn that is different than just a car. If executing on buses, vans, and innovative manufacturing methods weren't enough, ARVL has a project in works for the other side of those milestones. In May of last year, it announced a partnership with Uber to develop a car purpose-built for ride-hailing. Mike Abelson, the CEO of ARVL Automotive, knows all about getting products from concept to production. He was vice president of EV infrastructure and global strategy for General Motors at the tail end of his 35 years with the company.
Just like starting any industrial facility, we're going to go through a startup phase, a ramp-up phase. But we've done enough work and we've had pull-ahead versions of the equipment already running. So we've already had a tech cell running for a number of months. You'll see that we've already had the composite manufacturing process running. So we have confidence in the processes. We've done a lot of simulation And you can see the hardware is going in place now. And between now and start of production, it's commissioning the hardware and then starting to get into the ramp towards start of production. So it's just fabulous to see it, though, come into life.
Yeah, it's execution time.
Absolutely. Very exciting.
I'm Craig Trudell, and this is How We Move. For more stories like this, follow us on your favorite platforms.